those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, a 2-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next 2 hours, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
In me and you. Oh, yes, indeed. There is a light right here on WWNN, 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, 96.9, and 103.9. We are answering your questions all across the nation. And all across the nation, we are a nation who's trying to heal. We're all trying to get back into some type of rhythm. Doesn't look like we're getting there just yet. But it's so important that you stay strong and you hold the vision of how life is for you. How can you make life the way you want it to be? And how do we know that what's going on now isn't just a wake-up call? An opportunity for you to get to know who you are, who the people are around you, what choices are here before you. Now, you may say, but there's choices that are being forced upon me, and they're not comfortable for me. I want to go back to work. I want to be able to pay my bills. There's quite a lot of that going on. But what if this is also an opportunity to make a major life change for yourself? Doesn't always have to spell ruin, although I know a lot of people are quite concerned about that. It's an opportunity for you to see where the winds of change may blow you. How may you go? The winds of change are upon us. And how are we going to get there? And what is it that, if this wasn't going on, but you had all the time in the world to think and decide what you want to do, what would your life be like? For some of you, you have more time to think than maybe you've had in a really long time. Your life has been busy. And now there's a chance for you to just sit and be. And for those of you who are still working and putting yourself out there in the world, you have time to reflect on how important is that job that you're doing. Are you doing a job that you love and you're happy to be a part of the solution? Or are you showing up at a job that really, when you think about it, isn't worth that for you at this moment, the risk that you view it to be? There's so many thoughts going on along man's mind. And it's interesting to see mankind navigate some of this. The bottom line is that everyone's on different sides of the fence. We're not all in agreement in how this should go. A lot of people are wondering if anybody really knows what's going on. So what does that do to the spirit, to the soul of you, to the essence of you? Does it frazzle you, create fear, create angst? You're powerful beings, more powerful than you realize. There's a light inside of you, a spark inside of you that has the power to transform and transcend anything. But for a while, you've been dumbed down. You haven't had the chance to really tune in to who you are. And this is your chance. This is your chance to understand your truth and be true to yourself. And serve your higher calling and your greater good. This is that opportunity. Now, no, we're not all calling the shots. There are certain things that are being directed, we'll say. And they may be impacting you now. But in this time, you can make choices for yourself as to how you want life to change. You see, even the planets are changing a cycle. They're going from one particular place they've been in for several years to another. Major changes are happening. And these changes are bringing up old energies from decades and centuries ago. So this energy is coming back up for a reason. So what is it that you want to look at? How is it you want to shift and change your life? Is there an opportunity coming for you that you want to be in a position to receive that if you were too busy, you might not have? For many of you, you are ready to do something different. You've just been a slave to the routine. So how do you change routine? How do you make a change that brings you joy? If circumstances and conditions were not a challenge now, but you had all the opportunity and time to make a change, what would the change be? Do not allow the challenge to dissuade you from the desire within of whatever change you want to make. Because if you're feeling the prompting, if you're feeling the necessity within, that when life goes back to whatever normal is, that you don't want to keep doing things the same way, that this experience has shown you that there are things in your life you want to change, to simplify, to give you more meaning, then don't necessarily wait for all the conditions to go away, because they're just distractions. And this circumstance is a catalyst for you to go on board with change. And I'm not talking about the change that may be put in place for our interactions and social distancing. I'm not talking about those changes. Those changes will serve their purpose, and in time, those changes will dissipate. They will be removed, and we will remember where we've been. The one thing we've learned is that life, the breath of life, is precious. And you have that power to breathe. How are you using your breath? How are you using your words? How are you shifting the energy of your life in this time? What are you doing in this time? Ask yourself, who am I? Who am I, and who is it that I've come to be, and what dream, what aspect of myself have I let slide away? And how can I move myself forward in that direction of fulfillment? Because what you're learning is that we as people are able to get along with less. We're managing. Not comfortably. Perhaps there's a concern and a fear underlying as to how will I, how can I? And those are important concerns. But we also have to trust that we're protected, that our angels and our guides will, if we allow them to, bring us some wisdom and knowledge that will help us along the way. You're a powerful being. And you haven't been put on this earth to have everything you've ever had crumble. Yes, a lot of the world has been built on a lot of illusion. A lot of the world has been driven by egos and personalities. And even some of the choices you've made were driven by your conditioned way of being, your fear, your ego, your personality. But those things are what define you. Those things are what help shape you to where you are. And also, those are the things that gave you the opportunity at this moment in time to look at life and see where you want to make an adjustment for yourself, not just social distancing. This is the chance for you. This is the opportunity for you to rise above the chaos and set your eyes, your thoughts, your intention, your feelings on change. Not just the changes that are being superimposed upon us. Not the changes that make you feel powerless. The changes that bring you power, that make you feel your inner spark, your inner power, your inner light, and the most magnificent power of all, love. Love is what fuels our planet. Love is what will assist us in knowing exactly the right thing to do at exactly the right time. So we are answering your questions here tonight. And I do hope you've got some really good questions. Questions as to how to navigate the choices before you, or how to discover what road you take. And how, even in a time like this, the greatest good can come for each one of us, if we allow it, if we're open. So So we're welcoming your questions here on the feed, right here on Facebook. Pop them in. We're welcoming your questions here at the station at 888-565-1470. 532 live shows tonight. Yep. We've been navigating all of that together. And I just know that each one of you is ready for the changes that you desire. You just got to put your foot upon the path. So let's go. Let's, as they say, ease on down the road. And let's see where our yellow brick road is going to lead us. Stay with us, everyone. Do not go away, because you know we're going to be right back.
For soft, rich and beautiful skin, use Beauté de Lune products. Beauté de Lune products, based on natural fruits and extracts, revitalize your skin and make you incredibly beautiful. For acne, sensitive skin, dry or oily skin, Beauté de Lune. Cleanse, moisturize and revitalize your skin with Beauté de Lune. A miracle. For your order, call us at 561-906-7466 or to our store, 2695 North Military Trail Suite 21, or visit us online at www.beautédelune.net.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Do you know me? I am Sarah Spiritual, and we are spiritually speaking to all of you all across the nation. And we are answering your questions. We're going to see what Spirit's got to say, and we're welcoming you at 888-565-1470. If you're watching us on Facebook, pop your question in the feed. Sure to give us some information. Birthday. We need that to kind of connect and be sure we know what's going on with all of you. So I've got to go to the phone lines. We are cranking over here, and I want to make sure I get to as many people as possible. And I've got to go to Denise in Pembroke Pines. Denise, how are you?
Good. How are you, Sarah?
I'm doing great, Denise. And how can we assist you?
Just want to know what direction life is going for me.
Hear the birds singing behind you.
I'm outside.
Yeah, it's like I hear them. That's so beautiful. So the first thing that I see here is that there is an opportunity for you in business for expansion. This is going to be a busy time for you as we kind of wind down from this experience. Are you working with some new clients at this time?
A couple.
Okay. It's going to bring in some additional business for you as we begin to close out of this first segment of this experience. You know, there'll be some other bumps in the road that'll come as far as what's going on in the world, but you at least are in a business that's going to give you the flow that you need to provide for yourself. And I also see that one of the things that you're looking for is, when does my life begin again as far as life? You know, life kind of came to a sudden shift and really brought about quite a big difference in your life. And the loss that you suffered was great this past year. So when I move you into that direction, the first thing they make me aware of is that there is a desire for primary partnership, that we do want to have a partner for all of our days that are left. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And there is a partner that will come. It is someone that will come who will be a nice balance for you. The role they play will be determined by you, but I do see a partnership coming for you. So love does come. It seems to have the feeling of not in this 2020 year, but more towards the end of 2020 into the 2021, the focus being on the 2021. So this is where I see relationship going for you. At this time, it's time for you to be still, to reflect, and to think of the ways that you can reinvent your business. All right?
Okay.
Thank you, Denise. Thank you so much for your call.
All right. Thanks so much
You're
for
welcome.
taking my call,
You're
Sarah. I appreciate it.
Yes, God bless you. Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to go to California. I've got Jewel on the line. Jewel, how are you? Hi, Jewel. Can you hear me, Jewel? All right, we're going to go to another caller, and we'll see if we can get Jewel back on the line, because we have Jewel on California, but I don't think we can quite make the connection. So we will go to Brianna, and Brianna is in Pennsylvania. Brianna, how are you?
Hey, Sarah. How's it going?
I'm doing great, Brianna. Good to hear your voice, and how can we assist you?
It's good to hear you, too. Well, as you know, all this is going on, and a lot of things are being shut down. I'm graduating college this semester, and my ceremony's been canceled.
Oh.
And it's a big milestone, you know? It's a huge milestone. Like, if you knew my story, it's a big deal for me. And I was wondering, are they going to possibly make it up, or are they going to, like they said, do it virtually?
I think virtually. I don't really see any makeup in that in Pennsylvania for you, honey, and I do regret that that's where you are at in this experience, but just be grateful you have your life. And you know what? We don't have the walk and the celebration and the pomp and circumstance, but remember one thing. Even though that's the plus of it all, you did it your way, and you were able to get it done, and that's an accomplishment and something for you to be proud of, whether there's 1,000 people cheering or just you saying, I did it.
I know, you're right. Is it like a lesson from God, pretty much?
Well, we all are having a lot of lessons from God right about now.
You're right.
Okay, and humility is one of the greatest ones.
Yeah.
So in your humility and your gratitude, know that you found a way, made a way to overcome whatever circumstances and bumps in the road that you did have. And you and I have been talking now for a couple of years. So I know some of the challenges, right? So you've been navigating this, and here you are, ready to
I'm
move
proud
forward.
of myself, you know.
Be very proud of yourself. Be very proud of yourself. And understand that this too will pass, and you'll be able to celebrate in a different way later on. And this is your ticket to ride, so to speak. So get ready.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, it's your new excitement coming up. It's your new life that you've created. Okay?
Yeah, it's true. All right. Well, thank you so much,
You're
Sarah.
welcome.
I appreciate it.
Thank
I always
you.
appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you.
God
Bye.
bless you. Bye.
God bless you. Bye.
888-565-1470. I've got to pop back over to Jewel in California. Let's see if we've got Jewel in California back on the line. Jewel, how are you? Hi, Jewel. Can you hear us? All right, we're going to let that go for now, and maybe she'll just give us a call back, Jewel, if you can hear us. Perhaps somehow she isn't able to hear us. And we want to go to Louisiana. We're definitely getting all across the nation here tonight, and we're going to go to Louisiana, and we've got Brooke on the line. Brooke, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Sarah.
Good to hear that. So how may I assist you tonight?
Well, I've been, like you said, I've been wanting to ease on down the yellow brick road, something new. I mean, ever since this quarantine, I feel like I've lost myself. And I did start my first day back at work again, like at my same job. And I've been cleaning and everything. I'm really confused about where my life might be going after this whole quarantine thing. I mean, I don't know if I see anybody that's going to be coming into my life anytime soon, or if I'm ever going to move out of my mom's place, or if I'm just going to stay right put.
Well, if you ever, yes, you ever going to move out of your mom's house? Yes, you are. Are you ever going to have a different career? Yes, you are. But at this moment, you are learning about yourself and you're building your confidence, which is something that you've been working on. But so easy, Brooke, and thank you for sharing that. So easy for us to lose ourselves in this pandemic and for all of your fears to come up and just really just feel clueless because it's a natural reaction given all that's going on. And so thank you for saying that, because I'm sure so many people can relate to what you're saying. So the plans that you desire, they will happen. You will move out of your mom's house. I do see primary partnership. I do see love. But I also see that this is an important time for you to learn to love self, yes? And that's what you've been doing, correct? Loving self.
I've been trying to.
And it's not an easy thing to do, because you've been feeling not worthy of your own love. So that's something that you're working on. And your job, your place of work will continue. There is continuation there. But we know that that's not where you want to stay. It's just we're grateful for the job. And I do see you, when a lot of this simmers down, somewhere around the August time, I see you applying for a new job, another position, somewhere else. So giving a thought and consideration, Brooke, as to what you can do that would bring you a little more joy and give you some more pay, because I know you're not feeling very well paid, would be most beneficial for you. Use this time. Right now they have you helping set things back up so that when they reopen, yes, or when they open in a bigger capacity, everything is in order. Is that correct, Brooke?
Yes, exactly.
Yes. So allow that to happen. Step in and get ready for work to continue. But in this time when you're cleaning and there's nobody else around, think about, what else would I like to do? Because I guess now you're kind of feeling a bit like Cinderella, scrubbing the floors, cleaning the corners, right? Disinfecting everything. But guess what, Cinderella? There's no evil stepsisters, and all is coming together, okay? Everything is coming together for you. And in this time, you're going to find that life is going to move forward in a nice direction for you. Key is for you to remain healthy. And what helps good health, Brooke? Positive thinking. Positive thoughts as to what you want to create. And that's how we're going to get you there. All right? Thank you so much, Brooke. Thank you so much for your call. We greatly appreciate that. Okay?
Thank you so much, Sarah.
You're welcome. Be well. Bye for now.
You too.
Bye. 888-565-1470. Brooke brought up a really great point. It's so easy to lose ourselves in this, and the what ifs, and I don't know, and feeling out of control, and wondering, do we have a job to come back to? Or if we do, what is it going to look like? What is it going to feel like? I would say to everyone, some of those questions may not have an answer now. And as humans, our thought is usually the worst possible scenario. So let's envision it in a different frequency, that things are whole and the adjustments we make are not uncomfortable, but they make sense to us. And we're able to do that and be well rewarded and created, okay? And let our life move ourselves forward. We're going to go right back to the phone lines, but in just a minute. And I'm welcoming your calls at 888-565-1470. We are going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then we're going back to the phones, but Facebook, get ready. Because when I come back, we're going to you. We're going to answer your questions, 888-565-1470. And Facebook, pop your question in the feed. We're going to be looking for some really interesting questions tonight. And I want to hear from you. Stay with us. Don't go away. You know, we are going to be right back.
Before I walk through the door, do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call?
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
For a soft, rich, and beautiful skin, use Beauté de Lune products. Beauté de Lune products, based on natural fruits and extracts, revitalize your skin and make you incredibly beautiful. For acne, sensitive skin, dry or oily skin, Beauté de Lune. Cleanse, moisturize, and revitalize your skin with Beauté de Lune. A miracle. For your order, call us at 561-906-7466 or to our store, 2695 North Military Trail Suite 21, or visit us online at www.beautédelune.net.
Interested in relieving tension, reducing stress, and revitalizing your energy? Call reflexologist Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954 to book your session. Reflexology of the hands, face, and ears improves circulation, the functioning of the nervous system, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and leads to a glowing complexion. Experience what reflexology can do for you today. Contact Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
I've been I'm standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
Do you know me? I am Sarah Spiritual, and we are spiritually speaking to all of you all across the nation at 888-565-1470. And you're listening to us on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, 103.9 and 96.9. So we are answering questions, but I've got to pop on over or ease on down the yellow brick road and take myself over to Facebook. We've got some questions going on Facebook, and I need to see what's going on there. We got Elizabeth Colson. Elizabeth Colson says, good evening, Sarah. I'm wondering about possible changes, education, career changes for her. So we're going to take a look at that, and let's see here. Well, first thing I see here is that this is going to be an important time for some expansion for you. It is an important time for you to set your intentions as to what you want. I do see continuing education, a different aspect of education to fortify, facilitate. These are the words they're giving me. The shift that you're looking to make, it doesn't seem to be a complete alternate route. It seems to be something that we can build upon some of our skill set, and they make me feel as if the end of the year, 2020, December time, we are getting ready to embark upon that path. Give some thought and give some energy to that, my dear, and I look forward to hearing more about that, but there are possible changes. And we trust that everything is going to work out perfectly for you. Keep me posted, Elizabeth Colson. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. Who else do we have for us here on Facebook? We've got Isabel Dobson. Isabel Dobson, she says, I'm just a little bit down. And in myself, drained is the word. Aches and pains, she says. Well, in those aches and pains, you know what I just heard, Isabel Dobson? I know you're in the UK. Maybe you don't know this song. But the old gray mare just ain't what she used to be. Now, I know it's been a little rough for you, because the first thing they show me here, oh my goodness, is that as you move through this expansion in your personal life and your shifts and changes, I'm also seeing that there's some inflammation. I don't know if it's an autoimmune disease. I cannot diagnose you, so I can't really say, but that's what the energy feels like to me. So I feel as if there's some rheumatoid or autoimmune, something going on that is creating a lot of the aches and pains, besides the fact that you're feeling old. But I also know, and hear what I'm going to say, that there's a lot of possibilities for you. You just have to get yourself excited about what is it that you would like to do. I want to thank you, Isabel Dobson, because you've been following the show, watching us on Facebook, our Sunday Fun Days. Anytime we pop on Facebook, I want to thank you personally for following the show and being a part of this experience. I do know that there's going to be an inspiration and an idea that'll come that will give you the opportunity to get yourself a little bit more in the groove, a little more excited about what life can bring you. So I do trust, Isabel Dobson, that you'll spend a little time in the meditation and give some thought to that. And when that new idea pops in your head, move forward in that direction. Thank you so much, Isabel Dobson, for your Facebook question. We're going to take another question from Facebook, and we're welcoming your calls over here at 888-565-1470. I know the phone lines are busy. Just keep trying. Hit redial, and we're going to keep it moving. We've got Lisa Marie. Lisa Marie, she says, hey, will I be buying a home this year? Lisa Marie, let me take a look into that, because the first thing they make me aware of is that this year is also an important year for you to move yourself forward in the area of career. So if you've been thinking about moving yourself up or creating a different aspect of work for yourself, this is a focus of career for you this year. And in this focus of career comes additional revenue. Do I see the home this year? No, not quite yet. I almost want to push you into the February time, March time, April time of 2021. Something doesn't seem to click just right, or maybe something's not quite ready on the back end, on your end, that is going to facilitate home buying. So thank you so much, Lisa Marie, for your Facebook question. Look for 2021 to bring you that new home. Look for this year to give you a jump up in your career. Thank you so much, Lisa Marie, for your Facebook question. One more from Facebook before we go right back to the phone lines. Grace Conwright. Grace Conwright says, hey, how do I recognize when I'm being led by my intuition or trauma? Grace, I love that question, The best part of that question is that you identify that sometimes our knee-jerk reaction or our inner fears sometimes push us down a road. When you are getting connected to your intuition, I say this to you, Grace, and to everyone listening, your intuition is this steady flow, this feeling of knowing that you know what you know, even though you don't have all the answers. And even if you don't know how it's going to work out, you just are being driven by intuition with this peaceful, easy feeling. And it gives you a sense that you are on the right track. And often when you're tuning into your intuition, your guides, your angels, God, they're going to give you a sign. We want you to know that you're being protected. We want you to know that your angels are with you. So do trust, my dear, that all of this is going to work out perfectly. Follow that intuition. And I guess as the Eagles said, I get a peaceful, easy feeling. That's what you're looking for, honey. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines, 888-565-1470. I've got to take a call from Palm Beach Gardens. I've got Bethany on the line. Bethany, how are you?
Oh, doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great, Bethany, and how can I be of service to you tonight?
I wanted to ask, for about almost 2 months now, I have been feeling like I'm getting like a cold, and then it goes away. I feel amazing, and then it comes back, and then it goes away. So I'm just wondering, is this energetic? Is it ascension symptoms?
Well, I don't see it as ascension symptoms. You know, I don't really kind of buy into a lot of all that when they say this is a symptom of ascension, because a lot of people are processing. But your body has been processing out a lot of toxins for a while, correct?
Yeah.
And you also have been processing through a lot of emotions recently as well. Is that also true?
Yes, for a while as well.
And you were doing really well for a while. Is that also correct?
Yes.
Now, can we make a correlation between some choices and changes that we've made recently that were different than how we were doing as we were doing all right for a while? I feel as if there's more of an emotional catalyst to it all than something that is a part of a transformation. Now, again, not knowing anything about a virus that nobody really knows, it's a novel virus. You know, if you are having these repeated symptoms, you may want to get yourself tested because it's not showing up in everybody the same. And it would be good to know for yourself and others, even though I know you're quarantined at this time anyhow. But it would be good for you to know, yes?
Yeah.
But I feel like there's more of an emotional component to it. And take a look at any changes that you've made recently in your diet that were not as rigid as they were before. Because you were really monitoring yourself. Have you fallen off track with your diet?
No, actually, since I've been quarantined, I've been really, really clean.
Good.
Yeah.
So we will look at the emotions. What has come back into the circle that was out of the circle?
Well, it's more solid endings.
Okay.
For really doing what I was supposed to do for a while.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Sure. So we're clearing. We're clearing.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of toxins. So keep moving yourself forward and check yourself out from a health perspective as well, because it's always good to do that, especially since no one really knows all the details about this. It's always good to be covered. Yes? Thank you so much, Bethany. Greatly appreciate you.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. Bye for now. Bye. Be well. 888-565-1470. We're going to go right back to the phone lines. I've got Alberta. Alberta is in Detroit. Alberta, how are you? Hello, Alberta. How are you?
Oh, Sarah, I'm just coming down from being a little wired up this evening right before I got off work.
Oh.
And Sarah, what I want to know this evening is that I think the last time when we talked about that manager that I was working under. Well, she when I got the demotion and everything. And just today, right before I got off work, she sends this little
email.
Yeah, and it was very petty. And I just and I got so upset. I'm like, what does this woman want from me? Does she want me fired? I'm not understanding. And I'm trying my hardest to get away from her and this team, all of that, and I have posted out, and I've had I've had some prospects, some things that I was hoping for, but they all fell through, and like I said, and when I signed off this evening, I was just so disgusted, and I'm telling you, I just sat there for literally an hour trying to pull myself together, because it's just like I don't know, what is it?
Well, she's got a bee in her bonnet for you, okay? So she really wants you to quit. She wants you to get so disgusted that you walk out. And that's not happening. And not on my watch, honey. Now, I want you to write these things down, because I'm going to give you some prayers to do to kind of keep you protected. And she's really just trying to make you very disheartened. She doesn't really have anything to fire you on. So she's just trying to stir up trouble. But I'm going to tell you something. She's proven to be so problematic, not just for you, but for others. She's really digging herself a pretty interesting grave,
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to pray Psalm 32, 34, 65, 111, 53, 27, and Psalm number 5. This is going to allow you to be still, gather your thoughts, have your words heard clearly. Do not shoot off any reactory emails in response. Thou shalt not do that. Thou shalt not let the right hand know what the left hand is doing. And you're going to pray. And anything she says to you, you will document. If you have to answer or reply to this email, it'll be the most carefully worded out email ever written in the face of corporate America. And as you deal with her, it is just simple, to the point, and I want you to see yourself sealed off in this beautiful white light armor that nothing can penetrate. And in your head, just like when we were 5, I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever bounces off of me sticks on you. And I want you to laugh to yourself, because she really is making herself look foolish by what she's doing. And everyone sees it. And although she may have her positioning and her cronies that she's connected to, she may have her happening going on in her life where she can't quite get fired yet, but she's treading on some very, very thin ice. So let her dig her own little spot to sit in, okay?
Okay. Well, the next question, and I'm going to move on. I did post out for this one job. Actually, it is for the same thing that I got demoted from, but it's just on another side.
Right.
Do you think that is going to? And I feel pretty good about it. But what do you?
Did you interview for it?
Well, no. The recruiter reached out to me.
Okay.
And asked me, was I going to relocate? And I replied back to her, no, but with everything going on, I was hoping that, they would accept a telecommuter, which I've telecommuted for the last 8 years.
Right.
So, I haven't heard back, and I haven't gotten the Dear John letter, so.
Well, where are they asking you to relocate to?
Well, there was 2. There was one for Arizona, and there was one for Utah. So,
the Arizona facility seems to have some potential here for me. I don't know. There's something about Arizona and you that seem to have an interesting connection. So he's going to get back to you. Yes? The recruiter's going to get back to you and let you know if they're open to that. And
Okay.
given all that's going on, a lot of people cannot go to work, so they may be more open to it than they would have been before because that is not their business model. That I know. Their business model is not telecommuting. But under these circumstances, they may be changing their tune real soon. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Because I know the job. I mean, I know it, and I could walk right into it. So I'm just, like I said, I feel really good about it. So I'm just hoping that they say yes and give me an opportunity, give me a chance.
Well, we're not going to hope. We're going to envision it being a done deal if it's for your highest good. Okay? And by reading these prayers, they also help your words be heard clearly, and they help in the hiring of a new job. So I picked the prayers the way Spirit gave them to me for a reason. It's not just to deal with the crazy little boss, okay? All right, Alberta, thank you so very much for joining us. Thank you. God bless you.
Sarah. You have a good evening.
You do the same. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to go to New York. New York, I got Donna on the line. Donna, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. I woke up.
That's a blessing, Donna. We have just a few minutes before we close this hour. What is your question for me?
Well, I just, any messages? I would love to see if anybody's trying to tell me something from the other side.
Mm.
And, I mean, I have a million questions always. And I'll tell you, I don't feel elderly.
I know that.
Maybe young with a glitch.
Well, I understand that. I do. And I was just messing with Isabel Dobson because I can. But it's really interesting, Donna. There's two people step up. One is male. Is there a male, like a brother energy that's connected to you here, please, that passed?
Yeah.
Okay. Brother steps up here because I have brother here.
It's a brother from another mother.
Doesn't matter by bloodline. Let me just deliver the message here. So we have a brother that steps forward to you to let you know he's okay and he's with you. And then there's a woman who steps forward. She says, I'm the mother. So your mother has passed as well, please?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So she steps forward and she gives me a heart to give you. And she wants you to know, I don't know, your mom seems like she was kind of a strong person. Does this make sense to you, please?
Well, it depends on how you look at it.
Okay, so whatever was her strength in her personality, she shows herself like pudding, okay, like chocolate pudding. This is something she brings to me, like pudding. So makes me feel as if she's very soft now, and she sees things differently. So whatever her strengths were that were maybe a little stronger at times than normally, depends how you look at it, to use your words before they wave me down. But I want you to know here that she is with you, and she brings me chocolate pudding. Kind of strange for me.
Well, it could be my mother-in-law who I took care of.
Oh.
And I used to put, like, ribose in her chocolate pudding so that she was 96 and didn't have energy, and I would put ribose in, and
so
she would,
it must be your mother-in-law. Okay, because they're getting ready to wave me off, but it must be your mother-in-law. She shows herself as a mother, so this makes sense to me, and she's giving me a clue as to who she is. Chocolate pudding. Who would have thought, Donna, darling? Stay well.
You always
Thank
nail
you.
it. Okay.
God bless. God bless you. Bye for
Thank
now.
you. God bless
Bye.
you.
888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to go right back to the phone lines, and I'm popping back on Facebook. We're going to answer your questions on Facebook right here on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 FM. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. You know we're going to be right back.
Brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
live in, and we lose ourselves every day. And count on me to be there every step of the way. I'm your safe haven every day. When you're thinking I can hear you, I am with you now, and every step of the way. In this crazy world we live in, we lose ourselves every day. When you feel like you're lost and you don't know where you are, I will guide you to be in the safe haven with me. In this crazy world we live in every day, it's so easy to lose the way. So if you know in your heart I'm with you every step, you will find safe haven today. You will find safe haven today. Safe haven today.
Coach and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, call in and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
There's a light that shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my.
And we are back here live on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. And we're answering your questions right here all across the nation. And yes, indeed, we are getting all across the nation. Thank you, everyone, for calling us and sharing with us and asking us your questions. And we've got to pull another question from Facebook before we go right back to the phone lines. And phone lines are 888-565-1470. Sharday Haran. Sharday Haran says, hello, Sarah. In what month do you see me having my own place for myself and my son? She is ready. She is ready and packed up. And she's like, Lord, get me out of here. Well, Sharday, I do see that there's something coming for you. But when I look at the energy, the first thing they make me feel is if to end of 2020, I'll start you in October. I feel like that got pushed back a bit by things that have been going on around the world, and it's kind of slowed up your personal progress. but I do see that there's a change coming for you towards the end of 2020 into 2021. We close out a chapter, new beginnings, your own place. You can hang on a few months more, Sade Haran. Time is coming for you. And I know you want to have your own special spot. So take a look and find it. We're going to grab another question on Facebook. Let's see who we've got. Holly Costanza Donaldson. And she says, I have a question about my daughter. She has a speech issue, and she attends speech all week long. And I have the answer for you on this question. And I'm so glad you're asking this question because, yes, there is something else that is not allowing her. There is a difficulty in the tubes, in the ears. I feel like she's not hearing. One of the ears is compromised, and this is why she's not speaking the way she needs to speak. I am feeling that the therapy is helping, but because the ear is not sending the signal to the brain for her to form the words, she's running into these problems. So get the ears checked. It's really important. I don't know if she had ear problems as a little child and had tubes, but I do feel that there's a blockage there. And when we open that up, you're going to be surprised, my dear Holly Costanza Donaldson, how quickly she can move forward. And you know, it feels familiar because I had another client come to me with their child, and that ended up being exactly what it is. And it feels like this is going to be another puzzle piece put in so that she can have much more confidence. Your wonderful daughter, spectacular young little one, and I see a lot of positive growth for her. So thank you so much for that question. When the time presents itself, as things kind of calm down, do take her to that ear specialist, one of the best ones you can find, and I know they're going to identify a problem. Thank you so much, Holly Costanza Donaldson. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines. I've got to go to Carol, and Carol is in New York. Carol, how are you tonight?
Hi, Sarah. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for calling. Glad to connect with you. Glad to hear your voice and that you're well.
And thank you for having us calling in and doing your gift that God gave you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm calling to see if you see me buying my house this year.
Well, this is the year that you close out a lot of chapters. I feel like we had a little setback with this disease, so to speak. Yes, we're not quite on our financial path just this minute, yes?
Right.
So I see the slow up happening, but I do want to say this to you, and there's something about the vibration that makes me feel as if you were almost set to go this year, right? You were almost set.
Yeah.
You did your work. You did whatever adjustments you had to make. You saved your money.
Yes.
You checked your credit. You did it all,
Yes.
right? Oh, I hear
Yes.
Frank Sinatra. I did it my way. Okay, so I see all that. And so I'm going to move you into the month of September. Look in September. But I'm also going to say there's some rates you want to check. And I also feel that if something doesn't push forward for you in September, I want you to trust that God's got the perfect time for you, because October may hit a bump, and I don't want you to be like with your back against the wall at that time and in a brand new spot. Yes? But if I can spin you to 2021, then I really see the house for you. So September opens up the window. You're going to choose wisely. Say, let me share with you, Carol, and everyone listening. What Spirit has shown me is that what this experience has shown us is that we can do all right with less, and that less is more. And if that we were ever to have our back against the wall again, what could we do differently, and how can we set ourselves up so that things are simplified for ourselves moving forward? Yes?
Yes.
So that we never have to have ourselves in this position. Because, as Americans particularly, if you could work, if you could do what you had to do, if you had your eye on the ball and you moved forward, more was better, and we kept going. And we kind of made ourselves be a little top heavy. And so it's been a little hard to balance through something that kind of really ripped the rug out from underneath us, yes?
Yeah.
So now watching this unfold and being impacted, not as severely as others, I know, and then be grateful for that. How can you, moving forward, make a selection and a choice in a home that is going to meet your needs and give you your peace, your little tree and whatever you need, and yet you're covered? We know God will always provide, but God counts on our common sense sometimes. And sometimes because we become, slaves of the world, and if you're of the world, you're not always of God because you get a little distracted. Can't serve two masters. And we've all kind of been serving the masters of debt, serving the masters of of career and serving the masters of promotion and self-promotion. And we've been serving that for so long, we being the collective, we, not necessarily you personally, that we got out of balance.
Yeah.
And we got a wake-up
call.
call.
Try to get ahead. Something else always falls in the little problem, and you got to straighten that out. And
well, we're going to reword that, though, Carol. Something always.
Yes.
Okay, so that means we don't want to use that word because then we're perpetuating that further into the future. So in this moment of now, I am the woman who is aware of how powerful I am. And that I am the commanding force of God in motion, and I am the magnet that can attract forth to me the birthright that is mine, that is abundance and all my needs being cared for, and so it is.
Yeah.
We speak the power over this.
Power. Yes.
It's a powerful time for you, my dear. So yes, I do see us moving forward that way, and just patience. Patience is a virtue.
That's what I've been. Yeah,
I've been teaching that lesson. The past 2 days, if I had a pulpit, I'd be like, Lord Jesus, patience. We need patience. So line them up.
I've been patient.
Yep. So.
Ain't no sense of rushing when you don't really have it.
No,
I've been patient.
Be
I've been
patient.
2 years now.
Be patient, because I feel like we get rewarded when we're patient and things fall together with ease and grace as opposed to us pushing. And again, as humans, we're pushing. That's all we learned how to do is push, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, don't push.
Okay, thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome, Carol. Thank you so much for following us.
Night.
You do the same. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to grab another question from Facebook, and then we are going to continue answering questions, opening up some phone lines for the callers, and let's see who we've got on our next Facebook question. Let's see here. Who do we have? Christina Church Dowler. Hey, Sarah. I went through a lot the last few months, she says, and years. And will things get better? A lot change. Well, Christina Church, here's the first thing I see. For you, this is a soul journey, a spiritual time. Wonderful. Siri is answering you. I wonder what Siri has for you here. So my Siri just answered your question for you, and she said, just some tea. So first of all, Christina Church Dowler, what Spirit and Siri are telling you is that you need to put a spot of tea on, because that's what you need. And then what I want to tell you is that this is your soul journey. This year is so important for you to discover who you are, who you've come to be, your soul, your purpose, and for you to align yourself with learning to trust more in the energy of the connection with God. Also, your spiritual gifts are awakening very much now. You're much more aware of spiritual energy and that connection. And when I look into this energy for you, I do feel that this mid-year, August, July, but more August, things start to feel a little easier. I feel like you haven't had people by your side. I feel financially you've been trapped. We have Siri just talking away here. So, my Siri...
I don't understand. We have Siri just talking away here, so... But I could search the web for it.
Well, Siri, why don't you do that? I'm on air answering questions.
I found this on the web.
All right. So, it's electric over here, let me tell you. So, Christina Church Dowler, let me share with you this. Oh, my goodness. Siri, you and I are going to have a talk after the show. But I say this to you. I know you've been stuck. I know financially things have been out of whack. And I also understand, Christina Church Dowler, that you haven't felt supported and you haven't quite had people on your corner. I want you to trust that everything is going to begin to shift and change. May I suggest you read the 23rd Psalm every day to begin to facilitate the strength of the energy around you and know that positive change will come. I know it's been a rough few years. The list goes on, but I want you to trust that on this soul journey and getting closer to your guides and your angels and God, many things are going to line back up for you. Thank you so much, Christina Church Dowler, for your Facebook question. And thank you, Siri, for your Facebook answer. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines. And I've got to go to Cheryl, and Cheryl is in Deerfield Beach. Cheryl, how are you?
Hi there,
Sarah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, hi, Sarah. I almost said hi, Siri.
Me too. Oh, my goodness. Yes.
Good evening. I really don't have any definite question tonight, Sarah. I just thought maybe perhaps you could pick up on my energy and give me some messages. I have a million questions, so we'll just start there.
Okay. Well, here's the thing I see here, that this is an important time for your career. And I know that this is a year that is meant for your advancement. Of course, I feel like a lot of your career is kind of on hold. Is that true?
My career on hold? Well, I'm actively working. I have a couple jobs, but one of the jobs actually did put me on hold. Now that you say that,
yes.
just yesterday,
Okay.
yeah, I just found out yesterday they're putting anybody per diem on indefinite furlough until things get better.
Okay, so the way I see it is, we were building up a lot of momentum. The career was taking off. We had different streams of revenue coming in. We were working hard, but we were like, okay, I think I can see my way through this. And then now I see something on hold. But they want you to know, being the angels, the guides, God, they want you to know that in the next 3 months, you will be all right. And then things will begin to pick back up for you, okay? So they don't want you to fear, because we understand that you have a lot on your plate and you're the responsible one, is what my spirit guides say, yes? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm also afraid because of my health not being 100% right now that could set me back, and I don't want that to happen.
We're not going to put that out there.
Okay.
Don't give that any power. You know what you need to do to keep yourself where you need to keep yourself until you can do something to help yourself, yes?
Yes.
That sounded like a puzzle, but it's true. You know you better than anybody know what to do to make sure you're okay. And rest and not getting stressed. I know, that sounds funny. Let's not be stressed, Sarah Spiritual. But don't be stressed. Because this is the time for you to really just regroup. And if something gets taken away, use the time to rest. Don't use the time to keep yourself busy doing something more, okay?
That makes very good sense.
And because it will pick back up again, all right? What was the other part of that question here? Because I feel like there's something else before I disconnect from our call.
Yeah, I'm worried about my son, Alexander, September 11, 2001. He has absolutely no will to finish up these last few weeks of school virtually, and he's supposed to graduate, which I don't think is going to happen. There's no prom, there's nothing. It's just, I'm worried about him. I'm concerned.
So let him figure it out. If he's not willing in the last minute, in the last hour, to just suck it up and complete what he needs to complete online, and they're probably going to give just about everybody who at least tries and shows up a pass because everyone's stressed, all he's going to do is show up and do it. Even if it's not perfect, they will let him slip through because they know that everyone's learning under really bizarre conditions, right? The kids aren't used to this. So they're ready to make it easy for people. All he's got to do is show up. And if he doesn't know how to show up for himself now at age 18, well, my darling, better he learns that now than when he's 28 and nobody's around to bail him out. So
now he shows up. He does his job. He shows up and signs in, but there's just, from his bed with the TV on, and, he's just not.
Okay.
He's not into it. He's over it. It's not fun.
All right, Cheryl, wouldn't you think a lot of us are over a lot of things right now? And all of these young kids, maybe we're going to say they're being spoiled, but they got robbed of their graduations, their proms.
Yep.
Brianna called earlier. She's graduating college, which was a major feat for her. She's not having her graduation, and we all understand that's superficial. But we have trained our children, we have trained ourselves to be superficial. And that those things are what we're shooting for. But at the end of the day, when there's nobody clapping for you, you learn to figure out you've got to be your own cheerleader. And so, unfortunately, this young group of children, these young adults, are going to learn that, unfortunately, a hard way. We're also going to learn that we think we're going to be with people we love when we pass, and people are passing and there's nobody there that knows them. And you're in the medical profession. So we're all getting a wake-up call. We have become conditioned and spoiled to think that life has to be the way that we created, and now the universe is watching us learn humility. Learn not to take anything for granted. Learn that you can work as hard as you do, Cheryl, and in the end, it still may not be good enough. So sometimes you've got to learn to let God be in control. And that's what you're learning.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what your son's going to learn. And if he
I'm
just
trying not to bear down on him.
Don't bear down on him, because if he just makes it through, then he's going to have to decide what he wants to do from here. But they're going to help make it easy for them all to go through. Maybe he's not showing up in the way you think he should, but it's his coping skill right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's a coping skill we allowed them to develop over the years. TVs, phones, we've trained our children this way. So they'll lose themselves in TV and video games because we used that to amuse them when they were little, and here we are.
True.
Okay.
Very, very true. Very well said. Yeah, all the above. You see it all laid out in front of you perfectly.
I see it all laid out in front of me, and I've been seeing it laid out in front of me now for weeks. And so I see, and I get these calls, and I'm talking to the kids. I'm talking to 10-year-olds. I'm talking to 25-year-olds. I'm talking to 15-year-olds. I'm talking to the parents. And everyone's going through the same thing and interpreting it differently, but we're all in the same boat together. All right, Cheryl?
Well,
you're welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome, honey.
Thank you very much for your gifts and for sharing your thoughts.
My
I
pleasure.
really appreciate
Thank
it.
you. God bless you. Bye for
Okay,
now.
Sarah. God
Bye.
bless you. Good night.
Good night. 888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to go right back to the phone lines and answer your questions and pop on into Facebook and see what's going on. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. You know we're going to be right back.
I know you, have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door.
For soft, rich and beautiful skin, use Beauté de Lune products. Beauté de Lune products, based on natural fruits and extracts, revitalize your skin and make you incredibly beautiful. For acne, sensitive skin, dry or oily skin, Beauté de Lune. Cleanse, moisturize and revitalize your skin with Beauté de Lune. A miracle. For your order, call us at 561-906-7466 or to our store, 2695 North Military Trail Suite 21, or visit us online at www.beautédelune.net.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Interested in relieving tension, reducing stress, and revitalizing your energy? Call reflexologist Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954 to book your session. Reflexology of the hands, face, and ears improves circulation, the functioning of the nervous system, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and leads to a glowing complexion. Experience what reflexology can do for you today. Contact Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888 565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Here live on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. And we've got something special coming up. I sure hope you saw it on the screen, but if not, let me put it back up and tell you that I'm going to be with my friend Rob Mack. Rob Mack is the happiness coach. He is a celebrity. He is someone who's been teaching happiness, and he is learning how to connect with all of us through some of the technology that we've got. And Rob Mack and I are going to be doing a fabulous class, The Art of Creating Happiness, even in times such as this. And Rob is an expert in how to manage your anxiety and learn how to manage some of this stress that's going on and still be able to have happiness. We've had Rob Mack on the show a few times, and he did talk about his journey of having to want to end his life and what he had to do to overcome some of that depression and that angst. So I do hope you join us on the 27th of April. It is online only, and that is only $10. Do go to sarahspiritual.com/events. It is a featured event. Rob Mack and I are going to be teaching the art of creating happiness, and we're going to show you how to stay tuned up and dialed in to your happiness factor, even when the world feels like it's a little bit crazy. So join us, only $10. It's going to be a fabulous time, and I look forward to seeing you there. Again, sarahspiritual.com. In limited seating, so I hope we catch you this time around on the 27th of April. It's from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m., and it's only $10. We're going to take a call from our call board. Let's see, where am I going? I've got to go to Gina, and Gina is in Staten Island. Gina, how are you?
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Hi, I just saw you. I bumped into you at your shop over the Christmas holiday. I was with my mom. How are you?
Good. Good to connect with you, Gina. Thank you so much.
Great. I lost my husband last August, and I just recently lost my job.
Oh, no.
And I'm just searching for some type of, I don't know. I'm just looking for something to look forward to, or some type of message, or some type of enlightenment.
Yes. Let me take a look and see, Gina. And Gina, you connect to angels and guides as well yourself, please?
I do.
Yes.
I dabble once in a blue moon.
Well, the blue moon's right over you, honey, because I got angels, I got guides all around you. Archangel Michael steps up. And I also see this energy. Now, your mom's a strong person, yes? Very strong personality, yes, please?
Yes.
Yes. And
she's an Aries.
Oh, okay. Now I know why I get that fire strength there, right?
With a Taurus moon. A Taurus moon.
Well, Mom is a tough bird here, let me tell you. And your mom is really very supportive of you, but at the same time, you have to do it her way. You know what I'm saying? So do you guys live together?
No.
Okay.
She's in West Palm. I'm in Staten Island.
Oh, okay. So you were here to visit her? Is that what that was? Okay. Did she talk about you coming to live down here? Has she been trying to tell you to come move?
Always.
Okay.
For
Because
years.
in her mind, you should come move in with her, or you guys should get a place together. And you're like, oh, Mom, I don't know if we're going to make it through the first month. First thing that I see here.
I'm just not ready for the Florida move yet.
No, not ready. I don't see you moving yet, but I will tell you that you just lost your job, but I also see this as an opportunity to begin to reinvent yourself here. I do see a different job, a different role coming for you. And when I take you into the month of August, I see new work. But I also see it as a time for you to tune in and tap into your energy and your gifts as well. It's a time for you to utilize some of these skills and maybe not just dabble that much, Gina, but to really delve into the energy of using it to be of service to others, because you've given that some thought and consideration. Yes, you do dabble in that.
Did.
Yes. And this is the universal wake-up call, because when I see your angels near you, and I've got Archangel Michael, and then I see Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Gabriel tells me that you could do wonderfully doing a blog or a blurb of some kind, because you've got a lot of insight into what's going on in the world spiritually, astrologically, intuitively. You've got messages, and they want you to use this time, this downtime. Yeah, unemployment. Yeah, send out your resume. We get it. But we also know that you might be spinning your wheels in Staten Island for a little bit. So trust that this is going to be an opening for you to reinvent yourself and maybe not quite step back into a full-time traditional job, because I feel you're going to do really well, from what the angels show me, connecting with people and helping them find peace and solutions in their life, and that would be most rewarding for you. It would almost make you feel as if, wow. Now, I also know that there's a strong connection between you and your husband in the spirit world, and you feel as if you feel him at times. Is this correct? Or you get an awareness of him in the home? Is that also true?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Very much energetically around you. And you actually talk to him as if he's right here. Yes, please?
Yeah, I curse him out.
Stop. Why did you leave? Why you left me with a mess? What's wrong with you? Yes. But what he's going to his wrist, so I don't know if there's a watch or something that you have that's a wrist piece that he gave you, something significant, please. What is this?
Wait, thought it was, say it again?
On the wrist, something like a watch or something that you wear, either it's his or yours, please, that's connected to the two of you?
There was something about jewelry with him and I.
Okay. So he's showing me like a wrist piece or something, okay? So he takes me to this piece here and lets me know that he is with you. What is this?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Sweetheart, there's something about a paper or something. Are you still looking for a paper or something? There's something that you're looking for that's a document or something? We don't have everything together, please?
For him or for myself?
I don't know. He's showing you looking for paper.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure what that is. Yeah. But there was something to do with the jewelry.
Okay.
There was a certain chain that he bought me that was mine that he used to wear, and he wanted to make sure that I had it.
Okay. And then do you have a watch of his as well, please?
No, but there was a watch that he and I bought together when we went on a cruise.
Okay, because he's showing me that piece as well, please. That's what his focus was on, though. Do you know where that is?
The watch, yes. My watch, yes.
Okay, good. Because he's showing me that. Like, was that a significant time in your life? Because it's interesting he took me to that, please.
Well, that was our last vacation, and it was right before he died.
Well, there you go. Thank you so much for that confirmation. So this is why he's showing me a watch, because he was really specific. It was a wrist piece, but it looked like a watch. So thank you for that.
It was something that I thought about recently, and I think it was just today or yesterday, so it makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. Know that he's with you. Know that he loves you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Gina. Till we meet again, he says.
Oh, that's sweet.
Okay. God bless you, Gina. Stay well.
Oh, thank you so much. God bless you.
You're welcome. Okay. God bless you. Bye. 888-565-1470. I've got to go to Atlanta. We are getting all across the nation here tonight. I've got Sherry in Atlanta. Let's see what's going on with Sherry in Atlanta. Sherry, make me scratch my head. Sherry, what's going on?
You scratch your head. How
grab my head. I'm like,
Sarah?
Oh, Lord, don't make my head explode, please, Lord. Sherry and her questions.
No. Oh, my question. First, I want to say I love you guys, and good to talk to you, Sarah. I don't know. No, you tell me something. I'm just grateful, to say hi. There is this guy, of course, I call him Mr. Prince. I don't know when he was born, but he's been around for the last 2 years.
Sherry, are you using this time to write music?
Yes, I am actually.
Good.
Get out of my head, Sarah.
That's what you're supposed to be doing. Not being worrying about a Prince Charming, the Joker. Don't be worrying about anybody, okay? This is your time to create, because this is when inspiration and the magnificence that's you is getting birthed. So we don't have time to be worrying about no princes, because he ain't no prince.
Oh, I know, so bad. Yes, I have been writing. I actually have I have two songs. I'm just really putting them together. Yes, I've been ignoring them too, so, coming.
Good.
Thank you for saying that, Sarah.
Yes, yeah, because the angels are with you. Everybody's watching over you on this journey, and this too shall pass. Sherry, you will be okay.
Thank you, love.
You're welcome.
And I'll talk to you again sometime. Thanks for saying
I look forward
that.
to it.
I'm coming to Miami in May. Do you see that trip going really well for me?
You're coming to Miami. Who's coming anywhere? You're going somewhere? Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm flying into Miami on May the 29th.
And there's music involved in this, please?
I'm just going to go around and say hi to everyone I used to know, stuff like that.
Well, check your plans. Check and see before you do it. You may want to postpone that a bit.
Not ready yet, huh?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Not quite the right time. I'm sure the airlines will let you make a change. I would wait a bit.
Okay.
So you can really enjoy yourself. All right?
Okay, thank
All
you,
right.
Sarah.
You're welcome.
You have a nice day.
You too. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Be well. 888-565-1470. We're going to go to New York. And I've got Kamini on the line. Kamini, how are you?
I'm okay, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great, Kamini. And how can I assist you?
I want to know if Spirit could advise me on my health. It's been up and down, so I just didn't know what he had to tell me about that.
So were we dealing with inflammation in the body? Yes, please. Is that something that's going on? Because your health is going up and down, and there's some inflammation, some digestive issues. Yes, are these things that we're enduring right now, please?
Oh, I'm not sure. Right now, it's hard to get appointments anywhere, so it's just some telemeds, appointments like that. So that's why I didn't know which direction to go.
Okay. So what is it that you want to ask that you're experiencing? Because perhaps
Well, sometimes I'll have a high temperature, but then it's not too high, but then it'll come, it'll go, and it's just been on and off like that. I'm not really sure what's going on.
Do you have any other symptoms?
No.
Did they test you for the virus?
Yes, that's negative.
Not all the negative tests are coming back negative and are being accurate, You've heard that, yes?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so maybe you have to take another test.
Oh, take another test?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What should you do then?
I feel like there's a lot of inflammation in the body, so I don't know what would be spiking the temperature.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but with no other symptoms, you really have to just stay on top of that. You may just be someone who that's the only symptom you get, which is not a good symptom, but it's better than some of the other alternatives. Yes, so I would follow up and see if I can get another test soon.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do that. Thank you.
All right, and be careful what you take. Make sure you talk to the doctors and you take the right things for the temperature. I think you're only supposed to take, I don't know, I think it's Tylenol, but I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you what to take. But do your research, okay? Because not everything is the right choice to bring down the fever, especially if it's connected to the virus, yes?
Okay. Does Spirit see it being connected to that, or should
I'm being led to tell you to get tested again.
Okay.
So let's just cover our bases, okay?
Okay. All right.
All right, honey. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to continue to answer your questions, but before we do, I've got to pull a question from Facebook. We've got to see what's going on in Facebook. Let's see who we've got. Loretta Garrett Casabier. I think I said it correctly. She says she needs some directions in her life. So, Loretta Garrett, the first thing that I see here for you is that this is a year of you picking something new for your financial wellness. I feel as if there's a project or some career work that you need to do to help your business life move forward, your career life move forward. And I also see that in partnership, we seem to be very disconnected. I don't really feel the significance of a love partner. So I'm feeling as if there's a bit of a removal there. So what Spirit wants you to know, though, is that when I step you into the 2020 time, this is when I see a revamp of life for you, feel like there's a new opportunity and potential move that comes for you in the month of March of 2021 that gives you this fresh start that you need. But give some thought and some consideration to what you can do differently in career, because this is a time for you to expand that horizon. Thank you so much, Loretta Goret Casabir. Thank you. Who else do we have? Naomi. Naomi says, I have a man in my life and he spiritually contacts me. Should I take him seriously? Let's take a look at that energy here. Definite soul connection between the two of you. There is a knowing of the both of you, and this is a connection that is a past life soul connection, and we have been connected before. He is connecting to you. He's very in tune with you, and I think you're feeling very balanced when you're in connection with him. I do not know if he is ready for any kind of committed connection relationship. This is something that is due for a conversation, because in order for you to take someone seriously, you need to know what his intentions are in the long run. And this is a conversation that one can have in the very near future. I do feel that there is a soul connection, so I do feel there's some benefit to the experience. But for this minute in time, I don't know that it's something I want you to take completely seriously yet, because he is not quite ready for all the things that you think you want in a relationship. So thank you, Naomi, for your Facebook question. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to come right back to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. You know we're going to be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your soul? Because you know.
For a soft, rich and beautiful skin, use Beauté de Lune products. Beauté de Lune products, based on natural fruits and extracts, revitalize your skin and make you incredibly beautiful. For acne, sensitive skin, dry or oily skin, Beauté de Lune. Cleanse, moisturize and revitalize your skin with Beauté de Lune. A miracle. For your order, call us at 561-906-7466 or to our store, 2695 North Military Trail Suite 21, or visit us online at www.beautédelune.net.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
We are back here live on WWNN 1470 AM 96.9, 103.9, and 95.3. And we're answering your questions here all across the nation at 888-565-1470. We're going to pull another question from Facebook before we go right back to the phone lines. Let's see who we've got here. We just did Naomi. Who else do we have? Suzanne. Suzanne says, do I see any changes for you? You know, Suzanne, I feel as if there's been some little disharmony in some part of the family, and so we're looking to make a peace. And I feel like the family is going to have a little bit more peace moving forward. I feel as if this divide and quarantine has been something that allowed everyone to make a better connection with themselves and hopefully bridge a gap between this disconnect that I see in the family. And Suzanne, I also see the possibility of some additional work or career move for you. So I'm feeling some shift and change in the finances. I feel as if there's a business move or a career move that's going to come for you. Thank you, Suzanne Frockchick, for your Facebook message. We're going to go right back to the phone lines. And let's see, we've got James on the line. James, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. How are you? I'm fine.
Good. Good to hear that, James. And how can I be of assistance to you tonight?
The last time we did a phone session,
yes,
there was something that I had to ask you, and it totally slipped my mind. My mind was racing at 100 miles an hour.
So what's your question?
There's an ex that we were almost together for about 10 years, but you know, after I broke up with her, she now lives in another state in Georgia.
Right.
And her birthday is 5/15/63.
Okay.
Now, we have been talking, you know, we laugh and talk. You know, when she comes down, you know, she'll come out and she'll take me, you know, for lunch or something like that. And she was doing these T-shirts that I ordered from her. And all of a sudden, when I call her, she doesn't answer. I'll call you back. I'm trying to get my T-shirt shipped, and I'm trying to find out why not talking to me. But you know, her brother just texted me, asked me how I'm doing with the
right,
with the you know, sickness, with the ailment, but I haven't heard from her. What's going on with her? And why can't I get my damn T-shirt order?
Yeah. And this is something you paid for, correct?
No. She wasn't even charging me for them. She told me that she couldn't put my... she was out of some... She showed me the print that they look absolutely stunning.
Okay.
You know, I sent her the...
you know what? I'm gonna answer the question here because the Spirit's showing me here that there's something going on in her work and her career, of something she's doing in her business. There's some business work that she's doing, and I feel
she works for, you know, she develops programs and stuff like that.
And so I feel like she's on a big project or a big something here, because right now it's all systems go in her career or her work, and that's where I'm seeing her energy. And I feel as if she's not really as serious about helping you out as she led you to believe.
T-shirts are already printed.
Yeah, well, I just, she'll get there, but it's not her priority. She might have made it sound like it's her priority, but it's really not her priority right now.
But why not answer my phone calls? She doesn't answer my calls. Like,
yeah.
I thought that maybe me speaking to her has stopped her from moving on, you know, into a relationship. But,
no, you're projecting. You're projecting. Don't project.
Yeah.
Just, she'll get them to you. She'll eventually get back to you. Just give her space.
Okay.
And she'll take care of that from there. But right now, her mind is on something totally different, and you need to let her have that space, and just let it be.
Okay.
All right.
Does Spirit have any word for me at this time? Oh, and
yes,
I am no longer doing the chemo, and I'm in a drug trial.
Oh, good. We got approved. Yes, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
No. Not approved from the FDA. The FDA never signed off, but my doctor, the pills that we've been waiting for since February,
good.
He found another doctor that has the study right here in Fort Lauderdale.
Perfect. Well, that's what we're looking for. So we're looking for that solution. I know you were waiting for something like that to come to your assistance in this time and to bring you some additional freedom. You're on the mend, and just focus on creating what you desire for your life, and everything's going to kind of come together at the perfect time. All right, James?
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Be well. Bye for now. Bye. 888-565-1470. We've got another caller on. We're going to just pull that caller, and it's Paula. Paula, how are you tonight? Hi, Paula.
Oh, hi, sir.
How you doing? Paula,
good.
What's your birthday?
3/31/86.
Okay. Paula, what's your question for us?
Do you have any messages from my sister?
For your sister or from your sister? I didn't hear you, honey.
From my sister.
Okay. What's your sister's birthday?
November 10th, 1971.
Paula, does the month of June have something to do with your family, please? This is giving me the month of June.
June, no.
Okay. She's giving me the month of June. There's some significance of the month of June. So if it's not something that's happened, there's something coming in the month of June. Your sister just recently passed. Is this correct, Paula?
Yes.
Okay. She's not settled in the energy, but I'm hearing the month of June. There's something about the month of June, and we're not quite sure how she passed. Yes, we're looking for answers. This is correct, Paula, please?
Yes.
Okay. And there's an investigation or something we're looking into. Somebody's looking into something for you, please? Yes? The doctor's looking into something, please? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
We're waiting for the
autopsy. Yes. And there's a mystery around this as well. Is that also true?
Yes.
Okay. Paula, this is something that is really important to talk about, but it's really something that is not to be revealed just yet, is how she's making me feel. She wants you to know she's okay, but Paula, the mystery behind it needs to be discovered, because it's going to be complicated, is what she makes me feel. I'm really feeling like there's... Do you know who was with her when she passed, please?
Her husband and her children.
Okay. And there's a question mark around all of this, correct?
Yes.
Okay. This is why the mystery has to unfold, and they have to do it behind the scenes. But she wants you to know that she's okay. And she's still settling in the energy, but she recently passed, like a week, 2 weeks the most, yes?
She passed away on the 15th.
Okay. So almost 2 weeks, yes? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let her energy settle in so that we can make a stronger connection with her, but let the doctors do the autopsy, because there's something that's just not adding up in this, all right? They're getting ready to wave me off. I'm so glad you were able to get in. Spirit told me, you've got to take this call. And we didn't even have your name up on the board, so I didn't even know what call I was taking. I had no name. I was just like, I need to talk to this call. So I hope we've given you a little bit more comfort. I kind of feel like your sister pushed me to take the call so that you would know that she's okay. Something about the month of June. Just remember June. I don't know what we're going to do with that moving forward, but stay with that. And I trust that you're going to find all the answers for the medical professionals of the autopsy for you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Paula. How did you hear about the show?
I called you several times.
Oh, you have? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Several times before this call?
Before. A couple times. I think it was actually last week I called you.
Okay. All right, Paula.
You said it was too soon.
Yeah, and she's just settling in, so we're getting a little bit more from her. Let her finish settling in here, okay, my dear? Thank you so much.
Okay.
Sorry for this loss and this time. God bless you.
Thank you.
Bye for now. Bye. Well, during these unprecedented times, I know many of you will be asked to step up and deal with things that maybe we never imagined we'd deal with. And I know that some of the losses are really hitting very close to home. And even if it's not in our own personal home, we know someone who knows someone. And then, of course, it's what we see on the news. But know that you have the power to stay rooted in who you are, follow the guidelines that align with you, take the precautions that you need. This too shall pass, but we all need to be in this together. We need to be smart. We need to be aware. We need to put our faith in God. God has our attention now. And we have to stop thinking that the ways of the world are the only answers. Because within you, God has all the answers you need. Look inside, and the right happenings will occur for you. And we are citizens of a planet. We are not just in this alone. We are not divided by our states and our countries. We all inhabit a planet. And Mother Earth and God say, pay attention. You are loved, and you are light. And this is your time to remember who you are and who you came to be in this world, not just the job that defines you or the finances in the bank account. It's for you to be the best possible human you could ever have come to be. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing with me and spending time and space with me all these times, 532 live shows. It has always been an honor. And I thank you. Be well. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
There's a light that shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate life. Listen and call in next week and let Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in next week for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.